Alright, y'all, we are back, bruh. Come on, man. We got Jamari, the end of Kanye. Y'all, this dude is insane. Speechless, man. Speechless. At some point in time, his music can no longer justify his actions, bro. There's no way. There's no way. This dude has went off the rails. He's been off the rails for a long time, but this is just insane, bro. There's nothing that even initiated this or insinuated this. And then plus the thing, you know, that happened at the Grammys too. Like, I just remember this dude sitting up there talking about, oh, I'm worried about what Kim gonna do to our daughters. Boo. Look what he did to his wife. Look what he done to his wife, man. This is ridiculous. So we are here. And now we are at the end of Kanye. Jamari, let's go.
So Kanye West has always been what I would call a polarizing figure, meaning some people hate him and other people love him. And depending on the exact era you're talking about, you can have drastically different people on either side. But recently Kanye has been saying and doing things so crazy that even his biggest stans have denounced him, burned their merchandise, and even had to admit that they can no longer hang their hat on the fact that he once made legendary music. It's no secret that Kanye has always been a wild card.
George Bush doesn't care about black people.
But that was also one of the main reasons.
That moment right there should have been the insinuation that this dude is gonna go off the rails, bro.
He was so loved by so many people, his I don't give a damn attitude was refreshing to see from a celebrity, and for him, attention was so obviously a drug that he desired his entire life.
Yo, Taylor, I'm really happy for you. I'm gonna let you finish, but Beyonce had one of the best videos of all time.
Now there are many people who believe that...
Man, that is insane how he just got up there and did that. She ain't deserve that. I don't know if you into conspiracy theories or anything, but conspiracy wise people say that was a good thing, you know. I don't dibble and dabble in that stuff too much, but all I'm saying is like, bruh, like this dude, like after she left, this dude ain't never been the same. But it's just crazy because this dude sat up there talking about, oh, he making gospel music and this and that. Man, he just did that for show, bro. I knew that stuff was a fake, bro. That dude was just show.
Kanye's mother Donda was the one who would keep him in line.
Got a lot of confidence. Come off a little arrogant even though you're humble and everything. But it'd be important to remember that the giant looks in the mirror and sees nothing.
But at this point, she has been gone for almost 20 years, may she rest in peace, and we've seen all kinds of versions of this man since then. But in the last couple of years in particular, he's gone from like, oh, that's my boy, even though he says some out-of-pocket conspiracy shit from time to time, to being completely indefensible. We all know that Kanye likes to take to Twitter to get his rants off, and so he went on there and straight up started saying that he loves Hitler.
I'm just so surprised that somehow this dude still has access to his Twitter. Not right now, but just from the times before. This dude should have lost access to his Twitter years ago, and it should have just been ran by whoever the marketing company is or whatever the case may be, or the agent or something. But the fact that they keep handing this man stuff back is insane.
Hitler. He says that Adolf was dripped out, he straight up called himself a Nazi, and continued his very public disdain for Jewish people.
We know I can't say that. It was a Jewish doctor.
He also took time
crazy,
to show his admiration for P. Diddy of all people, and he would even beg Trump to pardon the fucking creep, and also say that he is a great father to his kids, alluding to the idea that he wishes Sean Combs was his. He is a great
is a way better dad than my dad, and a way better dad than me.
Father to his kids, alluding to the idea that he wishes Sean Combs was his father. And Kanye would even release a hoodie to commemorate the video where P. Diddy whoops Cassie's ass in the hallway of that hotel that looks just like the one she was wearing that day, literally profiting off of a traumatic, horrible situation in the process.
Terrible,
like, this is a man who has 2 daughters, saying that this sick sack of shit who abused countless women and men in every way possible.
I couldn't even imagine being the kids seeing this, bro, because it's like, yeah, that's my pops. You know, whole world hates him and this and that. Who cares what the whole world thinks? But that's my pop. But my pop don't even like based off what he does, he don't really respect me. He ain't involved in my life. He ain't this, and that. And at first, a lot of people were looking. They were on his side talking about, oh, you know, Kim, you know, shouldn't have the kid, blah, 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 this, and that. But there's a reason now. We see the reason why he was kept away from him, why they kept their kids away. There's a clear reason for that. I mean, this guy is off the rails, bro. And it's the fact that he never sat down once and got help throughout this whole entire situation. Never once. So, this is, to me, this is the fall off. This is the fall off.
Should not only be liberated, but celebrated. I mean, just a couple of years ago, he was saying that Puff was a Fed.
But as far as Meek Mills, Puff Daddy, whoever, none of these niggas, all you fake hard niggas, fuck you. Hold on. Okay. All you fake hard niggas, fuck you. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck who, because you can't shoot nobody anyway. And the reason why you got talk is because you did a deal, you fucking Fed. Because part of the deal for you to be a do all that, and get out of jail is that you promise that you're gonna go pull my co-car. So y'all niggas shut the fuck up about me.
So it's like you never really know what might slip out of Kanye's mouth.
And when he's talking, it's like, how do you know what he's saying, what's real, what's not? Because now everyone's just gonna label this dude as insane, and that's crazy. Because it's like, maybe there's some truth to what he says. Who knows? But people no longer care to decipher what is true and what is not. Dude lost his mind.
Oh yeah, he also took time to defend R. Kelly, saying that his beyond creepy marriage to Aaliyah when he was 27 and she was 15 was totally alright. Now in one of his final moves, he would post up a t-shirt with an anti-Jewish symbol, I'm sure you guys can guess what it is, onto his website and sell it for $20 a pop. This is where shit really gets crazy, because he had promoted this website the same day during the Super Bowl.
So what's up, guys? I spent like all the money for the commercial on these new teeth. So once again, I had to shoot it on the iPhone. Go to Yeezy.com.
So basically, hundreds of millions of people saw an ad for a Nazi t-shirt. What Kanye did was the old bait and switch, because when the ad originally aired, the site had normal clothing on it, but after the ad aired, he made it to where this was the only item available, with the SKU being labeled HH, which many people now infer to mean hail, well, you know who. That all tells me that this was his plan the entire time. He so clearly loves playing the card where he tries to draw up controversy to promote his latest work. In this case, it seems to be an AI album that he's releasing called Bully. But the thing is, over time he's had to do and say crazier and crazier shit to garner the same amount of attention. And now this once billionaire who
This is so crazy though, like, he never had to do this, bruh. He never had to do all this where he garners up this much controversy for attention. His stuff is gonna sell either way, with or without it. So it's like he's just doing this for the sake of it. Are you kidding me?
had the world in his hands, has become the boy who cried wolf. Like, honestly, no one gives a fuck, dude. Like, even your biggest fans are ashamed of this shit. They can no longer twist and turn the narrative enough to even try and defend it. I mean, when you got the Kanye Reddit saying that Kim was right to keep the family away, that's how you know he's almost completely lost them. Like, they're burning their Kanye shit. And I just don't get, why ruin your legacy to spew conspiracy theory and nonsense? This was one of the most influential people on the planet. He was becoming infinitely powerful with his clothing line.
And the thing was, it was seeming like he was just getting back to normal. Then he came on that red carpet, did that, and we all knew it was going down from there, bro.
And his music and his shoes, and he was getting all this influence and all this wealth, and then you just throw it all down the drain. It just makes you look like an out-of-control dumbass. And the funniest part to me was while saying all this diabolical shit for days at a time on Twitter, Elon Musk had absolutely no problem. He didn't suspend the account. I would actually argue that he was boosting up these tweets because he knows more and more people will come over to Twitter to see the crash out, and he wouldn't take any action at all until Kanye straight up started posting hardcore adult videos right onto the timeline for his millions of followers to see. And
What did that say?
or adult videos right onto the timeline for his millions of followers to see. And that's when Kanye's account went from being limited to being deleted altogether. And thankfully Shopify also removed his store after around a day, and likely he will not receive any profits from the sale of that shirt. I mean, don't get it twisted, guys. All this shit, from the adult content to defending P. Diddy to the blatant racism, is not shit that should be spread on this scale by someone with the influence of Kanye. I'm just not surprised at all that Elon would let all this other shit slide, because he most likely agrees with a lot of it. But hey, I guess corn is where he draws the line. It's been no secret that Kanye has an addiction to—
It took him to that point to ban his account, not any of the other stuff.
adult videos. He has talked about it on national TV.
Do you feel like your attitude towards women has changed since having daughters?
Nah, I still look at Pornhub and Blacked is my favorite category.
There were videos that proved he was forcing Adidas executives to watch adult videos of Kim on the clock at his request.
What? Come on.
Doesn't he sound like his voice sounds similar?
This dude is insane, bro. You can't fix this. You can't say this is too far gone. The time for help is past. Is well past.
Did you have a meeting with Adidas and you played?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, what's your perspective on that? And I'll tell you mine.
And it's been long rumored that he has straight up corn playing on a non-stop loop while he is working on music or anything else creative, no matter who is around.
Watching Star Wars on this big screen, and as I started talking about a song, he switched on anal sex.
I mean, a decades-long addiction to lust cannot be good for anyone, and I do think this has factored into his demise.
The fact that I was married to this beautiful person, but I felt like it wasn't enough. I felt like I still needed to look at pornography.
And it also really makes me think that this addiction is likely the reason for his initial infatuation with Kim Kardashian. After all, the whole reason she became famous was her viral tape with Ray J, something Kanye has admitted to watching many times. I mean, you have to understand that back when it came out, I believe that it made more money than any adult video ever. And so if Kanye saw her as like the top P-star in the world, well, of course he's gonna want that. And if you need further proof that this has always been his crutch, Kanye himself has even noted that finding his dad's Playboy magazine at age 5 permanently altered him, and has in turn led to every one of his decisions, both good or bad, much like a butterfly effect.
Like, for me, Playboy was my gateway into full-on addiction.
I just feel like, oh my God, bro, like, you gotta be careful with what you consume, man. Like, especially, hey, looking at this, I'm not saying people will go to this extreme at this level because they might not have this type of platform, but still, like, one little thing can alter your whole biology. I mean, not really biology, but can alter your whole mind. Like, this is insane, bro. Dude,
My dad had a Playboy left out at age 5, and it's affected almost every choice I made for the rest of my life from age 5.
Understand that this interview was conducted 5 years ago when Kanye was making his album Jesus is King.
New album, Jesus is King is the name of the album? Yes.
At that time, he was denouncing not only adult content, but also other prevalent themes in his music publicly, like drugs and lust.
That Playboy magazine that I found when I was 5 years old had an effect on my music. It could never be 100% everything it could be, because I had to add that in, always.
I heard you say with your pastor that you felt like you were making devil's music.
Yeah, because you're such a fucking, oh, I love it. Excuse me, Christian scorecard down a little bit, cursing some more.
Saying that corn should be banned altogether. Then a couple of years later, when he and Kim would get divorced, he would rant that she was trying to turn his daughters into Playboy models, saying that they should not even be allowed to be on TikTok. And now you fast forward to the current time, and he's been parading around his mute wife for the last 2 years, while she wears literally nothing. Like a woman with a saran-wrapped naked body with 3 crackers to her name would have more clothing on than her. And Kanye himself even said that his next big move was to start the biggest adult video company on the planet. So in short, the guy is a massive hypocrite who will speak passionately about whatever he believes at that moment, even when it completely contradicts some of his previous statements.
It's not just
sexual. That term actually relates to torture. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like watching people beat each other up on World Star or something.
And as ironic as it sounds, I think the dude who so many consider...
People really try to give him the benefit of the doubt for the longest of times. And I understand. I mean, that's your artist. He probably had a major effect on your life and this, and that. But it's very, very clear that this guy is willing to switch up and change on anything that he is believing in that time. If he believes that this is right and that is wrong, he's going to be very vocal about it. However, it's been shown that fast forward a couple of years, his position will change and he'll be very vocal about that. And it's gotten to a point to where the things that he is vocal about no longer could be justified. When you talk about the doll industry, there's people on both sides. There's people like, I don't care as long as it doesn't affect me, and there's people like, I do care even if it doesn't affect me. But for him to sit out there and try to spin this whole narrative like she was about, like his ex-wife was about to, you know, do something to the kids, when meanwhile he's out here doing something completely on the opposite side of the spectrum, and is showing that, who's to say that this guy should even be around him? I mean, I'm not calling for anything than that, but like, this dude is off the rails, and at some point in time, you gotta look and be like, y'all, we gotta protect the kids, you know, even if it's, you know, from their own pop. This dude is not well, bro.
To be one of the most influential artists of our time, is actually too easily influenced, and his ideology has become so black and white that he has begun to come off as more of a shock value caricature of his previous self than anything else. Personally, I do not feel bad for this guy at all. I feel like he's actually had more chances than he really deserved because people loved his music and his personality. But now even all of that sucks. His biggest fans hate his last album, Vultures 2, they hate the idea of him bringing AI into mainstream music, and overall, he's pretty much completely washed up from a personality standpoint, artistically, and even logically. We talked previously last year about his alleged horrible addiction to nitrous oxide.
Ryan Garcia, this yeah, I'm on the nitrous.
And how this evil motherfucker is the one supplying him. Allegedly, that is. So I'm sure that also has something to do with the deterioration of his mind. But overall, I feel like this guy is really out of excuses. And just like many others out there, he's always liked to blame his downfalls on other people. It was Kim's fault for the divorce. It was the media who made him look crazy. It was the media who ruined his family. It was the media who took down his empire. Nah, it couldn't have been any of his bad decisions. It couldn't have been him constantly running his fucking mouth and being the biggest brand risk literally on earth. There's so many people out here who run around doing this exact same shit. And to me, that's how you end up in a situation where you are spiraling out of control and you're surrounded by either no one because you burnt all your relationships already, or all that's left around you is yes men. But either way, it's obviously not.
There's no way that his wife stays married to him for too much longer. And actually, I'm not going to be surprised, because I think there's going to be something that's going to come out that's going to absolutely, that's going to just take him, that's going to take him off. He gonna be in a tough situation. He's going to be in a very bad situation, and I do not think he's going to be able to get out.
Not good. And the people I really feel bad for are the huge Kanye fans. I mean, Jesus. This has literally been the definition of a crash out. But I want to know what you guys think down below. I also want to thank you guys for watching today's video, dropping a like and subscribing. Are y'all still going to be bumping that new Kanye? What do you guys think about AI music? Either way, y'all know it's been your boy the Tan Superman. And some other out of control rappers out here need to be covered. So I'm out. Peace. So Kanye West...
Alright, man. W video Jamari, bro. Dang, man. I mean, what can you do, bro? What can you do? It ain't nothing you can do to help the guy, man. But make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe button for your boy. I'm going to catch you on the next one. Be smooth. Be easy. Peace.